What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Justin LaFlair, 1/3 of the Facts and Cap podcast, and we are back, baby. Hey man, we got the shit that's been buzzing all over the internet right here. QUANDO RONDO, Angela Yee, November 6th. They got an interview. I'm not gonna show the interview and react in detail to the interview, only because I keep getting copyrighted, and I'm tired of that shit. So I just want to, throw out just my opinions, which you can also catch on the podcast. It's going to drop this Friday. Facts and Cap podcast. Go ahead. We on YouTube. Go subscribe. Subscribe to this channel as well. Big Just Reactions. And hey, man, enjoy the content. So I'm going to just open this up by saying, like, I got online and I seen everybody just going crazy on QUANDO RONDO, saying that he's cap, this, that, and the third. And I actually looked at it, and my first initial reaction too was just like, bro, it's just a big ass capper. And I just think that when you actually look at the interview and you break it down, like, I kind of see his point a lot of the times, but I also don't get his, like, why he would do some of the things that he do. So when we start the interview off, right, it's already like giving me a cap ass feel. Like, I'm already looking at it like, bro, this is cap. Like, this whole interview about to be cap. And the only reason I say that is because Angela Yee, this is who you picked to interview you about this. It just don't make sense. Like, I mean, I know that she did an interview with NBA YoungBoy, and NBA YoungBoy don't do interviews. So maybe because he signed NBA YoungBoy, maybe his team, they got a good relationship with her. Maybe that's why they decided to go with her. But I also think they decided to go with her because they know what they're doing. I think if you do an interview with the academics, like he said he wanted to do, but I think if you do an interview with academics, he gonna keep it real with you. He gonna ask you the questions that you need to be asked. He gonna challenge you. And when you watch the video, QUANDO RONDO isn't the most articulate speaker. He good on records, but like just speaking in the interview, and I suspect maybe he might have been high off a little something, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? He might be high off a little, you know what I'm saying? He look like he liking pills. Anyway, but yeah, he's just not the most articulate person. And you can just tell from the interview, like, Angela Yee, she ain't really asking no questions. She just says, literally, open up the interview, hey, what happened on November 6th? Which I can respect letting your guests speak. But she don't really have no questions. Like, this is the lady that does lip service, that does the Breakfast Club. Her lane is to interview you, get in your love life business, speak sexually about things. Like, that's what she does. This is not her role to interview gangster rappers for exclusive content. It's not. It's just not. And that's no disrespect to Angela Yee, because she's a legend in her own right. Her platforms, they're buzzing. And one day we all, people that's doing what I do, inspire to be doing what she does. You know what I mean? So it's no knock to her. I just don't think that was her lane. Second, I'm looking at the Rolls Royce like, oh, this nigga cap. He can't afford no Rolls Royce. And I ain't want to count no pockets, but I just think it's funny that you sold 3,000 your first week and you in a Rolls Royce. He trying to do the Meek Mill and Tax Stone interview style. Hey, it looks dope. It's cool, but it's cap. It's cap. So we get into the interview. And the first like 3 minutes of it is just kind of him not answering the question of what happened. So they get to what happened, and basically he's saying like his partner just got out of prison. He put a little Cartier watch on him, and the nigga said he wanted to go in a little hookah lounge and try to floss the watch, try to get him some things. Now, I don't know where y'all from. I don't think he lying. I don't know where y'all from, but I'm from Atlanta. And everybody, when you come to Atlanta, you know that the nights don't stop. There's so many options. There's so many clubs to hit. It's nothing to pull up to the hookah lounge and see a QUANDO RONDO. So I can believe that. I just think that he was moving wrong, but I believe it. Like, you know. And I also just think that it's crazy, like, that it just shows how quickly life can turn a whole different direction. Because basically he gave his partner 15 minutes to go in there and bag some hoes to bring to the crib, and that's it. King Von, he wasn't even supposed to be there. But he pulled up over there. His partner was like, what's going on? And literally within the quickness, boom, a fight ensues. So he basically was saying, like, he got out the car to go. There was in 2 cars. He got out the car to go get in the other car with his homies. And basically saying that that's when he ran into King Von. But he didn't realize it was King Von. He just seen, a group of people. Which also, I don't think that's cap. We seen it. It was a group of people. So he said he got hit. He said, now this is what was funny. He got hit. He said he got hit, and he just thought he said he had an outer body experience. He said that he just literally blanked out. How it's like he was looking at, he said his soul was taken from him. Now listen, I know King Von is a motherfucking savage, but god damn, what kind of hands this nigga got on him? God damn, he knocked the sonic rings out that nigga, boy. Oh God. Like, this nigga was literally talking about how his soul left his body. The fight was 10 seconds, bro. Your soul left your fucking body? Oh my God. What kind of hands did he have on him? That boy had them Tyson Fury hands on his ass, boy. He got down. Woo! Listen. Listen, I just thought that was funny. I thought that was funny. But we get back to the all seriousness. Like, I think he was probably high. You know what I'm saying? He probably wasn't just an outer body experience, but that's neither here nor there. To me, all that says to me is that it just kind of made him feel like he was scared. It made me feel like he was scared. Which, why wouldn't he be scared? Like, I know people, it's not the cool thing to say that you're scared, but let's be honest with you. Quando Rondo, he's a rapper. He's sleepy, maybe high, maybe drunk, I don't know. He's getting out of a car just to go to another car. As soon as he gets out of the car, he gets punched in the face. Probably to the point where he can't even realize who it is. He gets punched in the face. And he said he was just praying that he made it home. I can understand that. You getting hit out of nowhere and you just like, oh shit, what's going on? And then it's 15 people behind that person while the person whooping up on you. Whooping up on you pretty good too. I can understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen a lot of people online saying like that's cap. And even my first reaction was like, man, this nigga cap. Acting. Hey, just you gotta put yourself in his shoes. You know what I mean? And so, like he said, he didn't know it was Von. He said he didn't know it was Von till the next day. I mean, trauma is real. Trauma is real. He said he had an out-of-body experience and he was just looking at Lil Tim. That's the next thing he can remember, just looking at Lil Tim. He said Lil Tim had just got shot up. Now, at the same time, it's just like, I mean, you had Von in your hand. So, you got punched, all that. So, my thing is, I can't say that he's just necessarily capping. But for joking purposes online, I can understand, like, why people was like, yo, this nigga's cap. Like, it does sound like cap, but then again, like, if you ain't never been in that position, how can you say what's cap and what's not? I just personally never heard nobody saying they had an out-of-body experience just from getting punched. I thought that usually that's people who got shot, they adrenaline rushing, they dying. You know what I mean? Like, they life on the line. Like, I ain't never really heard of that. But neither here nor there. So then he gets to the point where he's talking about Lil Durk, and he's saying, like, basically he didn't even know it was a problem. And that's why I feel like he capping. He's saying, like, he didn't even know that there was ever an issue. And he's saying that the reason that they be having issues, like, he don't pay no attention to this type of stuff, is because he run with YoungBoy, and literally YoungBoy and his camp, none of them fuck with other people. which I can attest to that. Like NBA Youngboy, you don't really see him on that many features. You don't see Quando on that many features. Like they like to stick to themselves and just stay in house. And I'm sure that can rub people the wrong way. So I do understand that I can feel them on that. Like a lot of people not really thinking this through. They just saying like, you know what, this nigga's just straight up cap. But I just think that the reason he's hard to understand is because he doesn't really articulate himself well. You know? So like, I think the whole Lil Durk thing, like, I just think that that's he. I think that no, put it like this. What I do think is cap about the situation though, like. Maybe you didn't necessarily know that the issue was at a point where you thought that King Von was going to be on you on site. You didn't think it was an on-site situation. I think that he thought that it was maybe like, you know, this ain't nothing. This is some little shit type situation. Whatever the beef was, I didn't think he thought it would result into that. But at the same time, you got to take beef seriously, and thank God he had a little Tim there for him. In regards to his life, because he saved him. So that's why, like, I thought that was cap. I thought it was cap where he said he didn't know it was YoungBoy until, I mean, he didn't. I said YoungBoy. He didn't know it was King Von until the next day. I think that was cap. Like, come on, bro. The next day. So at no point you didn't know that was King Von. I just thought that was kind of weird. But to basically just, I mean, just for me to sum it up, like I look at it like, bro. I think that Quando Rondo, if I could sit down with Quando Rondo right now and talk to him, I would tell him, like, you're lost. You're a lost little boy. You're a lost little boy, and you're making little boy decisions. You ain't moving right. You're not being mature with your situation. Quando Rondo, my thing is, I feel like Quando Rondo is the worst victim ever. Because my whole thing is, you do an interview like this where you're basically saying like you seem as if you're remorseful, like as if you care, like as if it's like, man, I wish it didn't have to go down like that. Basically saying you were scared for your life. But then you turn around and then you like 3 days before you did a little virtual performance. We ain't seen you performing in forever. You do a virtual performance where you saying he need to rest in piss and he should have had that pole on him, like. And you've been saying a little disrespectful shit the whole time. You got fake little Durks in your videos acting like you kidnapping and robbing them and all that. Like, my whole thing is, bro, do you want smoke or do you not? And I hope you don't. I don't condone that shit at all. I don't want that for you. But you can't play both sides. You either inside or you outside. Like your grandma used to tell you, nigga. You either inside or you outside. But you ain't gonna keep coming through that door, letting them flies in. And that's really what the issue is. He's in, out. He don't know if he want to be a savage or if he want to be a gentleman. And that's where I say you need to choose. And I hope you make the right decisions. So, once again, y'all, I appreciate y'all. If y'all watch this whole video, man, subscribe to my channel, Big Just Reactions, down below. Also, as well, watch us on the Facts and Cap podcast, me and a couple homeboys. And just like that, baby, we out. Blah! Subscribe to my channel.